Deja vu, the overwhelming feeling of being familiar with something that shouldn't be familiar. I can go back to a 12-year-old boy who thought his mom would soon serve as his guardian angel. Instead of present figure, she would only be a distant memory who would rock me to sleep while sitting at heaven's gates next to God waiting on me. Her body hooked to machines, her arms linked to wires that controlled her life like puppet strings. How I wish I could have been a real boy. Hospital rooms turned extended stays, crafting my childhood into haunted houses where my screams were never heard. Broken floorboards of faith in God creaked with every step. June 22nd, 1962, my mother is born unbeknownst to her. She lives with irregular kidneys. Fall 2004, she begins dialysis. March 11, 2007, she receives a kidney. August 2012, her kidneys fail due to her and my father divorcing. March 2018, doctors tell my mother she will die without dialysis if she doesn't receive a transplant. October 4th, 2018, I was cleared to give my kidney to my mother on Halloween. This day, my haunted house morphed into a temple of rejoicing angels floating across Sistine Chapel ceilings. Genesis, God gives woman life from the rib of man. Deja vu. God gives my mom life from what my ribs have protected. My ribs be a tabernacle shielding God's covenant. She will now be flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. This is true communion. I offer her my body as the broken bread and living sacrifice. My words be in red so she knows they are of me. The book of Luke. Mary gives birth to Jesus. Deja vu. June 7th, 1990, my mother didn't know she would give birth to her savior, her only begotten son. Crazy how it takes 9 months to create a baby. Every trimester is another level of manifestation. 9 symbolizing the complete movement of God. This is what you call an immaculate conception. Crazy how divine intervention intervened before the intervention. You birthed your own scapegoat to death. You didn't know your ram in the bush was in your stomach waiting to save you. The book of Matthew. Jesus is sentenced to the cross. Deja vu. This operating room now becomes my trip to Calvary. Your cross be my pleasure to burden. It is your life that I hold. My crown of thorns morphs into a halo that pierces me in my side. Instead of death, I bring a New Testament. I shed blood for the sins of my father. The same name that broke you now reveals. And people ask me, how can I believe in God? How can I not? When my life has been both the Old and New Testament combined in one. You can't tell me God ain't real.